Hello and welcome everyone. Danny Garola, Pink Barn Stamper, coming to you from a bright and beautiful Tucson, Arizona. So let me make sure that I am actually live in here. I know it says that I am, but we always want to double check. Okay, I think I need to move this back just a skosh. I think we're good. As long as we can see everything. I think that might be better. Move everything back a little bit. So everything is in the screen here. Sometimes these different platforms change, and when you hit that live button, and I know the iPhone just had a update, and I know that has changed some things. Let me make sure my volume's working. Okay, volume is working. That when platforms change or when your phone device, whatever you're recording from, has an update, sometimes it'll change the landscaping on our actual like recording, that kind of stuff. So that's what it looks like it is done, because now, as you can see, you see a whole big, huge part of my desk. Like before, you didn't see the computer. You kind of just saw my little bubble here. I even zoomed in because, as you guys could tell, when I first started, it was even showing my feet and the floor and the whole area of the desk. Craziness. So you don't need to see my mess. You guys get to see enough of that on my videos that will kind of tone that down. So for today, it is Wednesday, the 11th of December. Today is mystery stamping. It is also the last day of our free shipping. So I hope you guys have taken the advantage of this free shipping. I know I sure did. I sent my order on Monday. I definitely wanted to get that order in sooner than later because as the holidays are closely approaching, it does slow down the shipping that comes in to us, and it takes longer to actually find its destination, I guess you might say. So hello, Courtney. So I wanted to put that in as soon as possible, and I actually almost sent this order in on, I think it was like Friday or Saturday. And then when I heard about the free shipping, I went ahead and halted until Monday. So I was able to actually add a couple of extra items to my shopping cart for what I would have paid for shipping. So you guys need to be aware of that. But like I said, today is going to be the last day. That will end at like 11:55 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So just so you're aware. Okay. Like I said, we are here for mystery stamping. I hope you guys got all your wonderful papers together as far as what we're going to need. And I will go through those again before we get actually into this project. Starting today, we have a new quarter for our paper pumpkins, because this, even though it starts today, this actually is our January kit, because it starts December 11th and goes through January 10th. So look how cute this is. I am so excited for this. Let me read you what this kit is kind of all about. It says the January Hearts for You. Create heartfelt cards for Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, and beyond. Make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 envelopes, heart-shaped pre-cut pieces, and stickers. It's going to come with the twine and the heart gems embellishments. And then it says that there are some champagne foil adds shine to these elegant handmade cards, which those are really cute and pretty. So yeah, I'm excited for this because this really helps with our Valentine's cards. If you are able to send any, or if you do send Valentine's cards. Now, because this is the beginning of the new quarter, you can kind of see a little snippet here. I have added it here on the Facebook page that you can kind of get a little glimpse of the next 3 kits for this upcoming quarter. And just know that starting next month, I think it's going to be on the 7th, I think it starts. If you buy the prepaid card for this, you will actually earn yourself those celebrations. So I'm not telling you to wait, but you would have time in there that if you buy your prepaid cards, that's when you earn celebrations. So just so you're aware of that. The February one is called Hello Spring, and the March is called Daisy Daydreams. And then we've got this really, really cute add-on. This is called Spring is in the Air. So you've got a heart, and then you've got some little greenery here, and then the little beehives. So as you can see, those will coordinate with the different months. Okay. Our last chance products list is available for you guys. So if you go into the store and you go over to the menu, hello, Mary. And you go to that menu over on the left-hand side, you will have a little drop-down menu. If you go to, I think it's called Shop Specials or Specials. It kind of took over place where our clearance rack is. It will show you the last chance products. We also have that those 3 papers that are the special release. So as I've told you guys before about this, these are papers that we had in the past. They've now brought them back and they've refreshed them with some of our new colors. So these will be found in our online exclusives. So if you look for those and you're just not finding them, know that they're in the online exclusives little button or tab or whatever you want to call it, section. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. So I wanted to let you guys know that for this month, I'm going to be giving away to one of you lucky winners in here who go ahead and create the card that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, or actually not necessarily card, but today I'm actually showing a cute little kind of a gift. I have 2 different versions of it that I'm going to share with you just so I can show you guys that you have 2 different ways of using this same little layout that I'm going to share with you. But when you share your projects here in Pink Barn Stampers group, under the, when we're done here, I will get a photo up of my finished projects. I will link the video back in there. But when you guys submit your cards, and then you have through the 18th, which is Wednesday of next week, to create your cards and snap a photo of it and put it under the comments of that, then you are going to be entered in the drawing for these classic matte dots. So very cool. Okay, so what I had said that you guys need to have is, of course, you need to have your adhesive, your or a tape runner, whatever you decide to use as far as adhesive is concerned. You need to have your trimmer, your score tool. You're also going to need to have a sentiment stamp that fits in your sentiment shape. So for instance, I shared with you guys that I'm going to be using the 2-inch circle and the 1 3/4 inch circle. This is what I'm going to be using for my sentiment. So I definitely need to make sure that my sentiment stamp will fit on that. So that's kind of what that means. So I'm going to set those aside. It also says that you need to have a matching ink for your stamping. So I chose my Moody Mauve because it does match my main cardstock, which is going to be the piece for our, the main piece for our card. So it says that you need to have an 8, hold on, I just switched off that, 8.5 by 8.5 square. So I have chose, like I said, Moody Mauve. And then you need a strip. This is 1 1/4 by 9. You could actually do 1 1/2. It really kind of, oops, that's not in. Yep, so 9 inches long by 1 1/4. But you could use a 1 inch. You could use, I mean, once you see what we're going to be making, you'll see that you can do this in many different widths. Okay, so let me set those aside. So like I said, I've chosen the white and Pretty Peacock because it matches that beautiful paper. Now this paper is from I chose the Winter Meadows Designer Series paper. Very, very beautiful colored paper in here. And it's not only it's not a Christmas theme, but it's really pretty for winter. And I really like that. Okay, so let's flip back over here. All right, so what we need to do is we need to set our other pieces aside. I'm going to grab my 8.5 by 8.5, and I want to grab my paper trimmer. Now, because this only goes to 6 inches, we're gonna need to flip that arm out on this. And what we need to do is we need to take, since it's square, you can take either side of your points, and we just need to cut this in half. Hopefully you guys can see this. So line both points up in your trimmer. So I'm going to hold that and move this one over. There we go. Make sure we're right on the points. And I keep moving it. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So typically with a piece of paper, you kind of want to start your cutting blade in somewhere already in on your paper, because sometimes if you start at the very corner, because it's such a tight little point, it sometimes might shred that corner. So I always advise that if you're working with something that has really tight little corners like that, to just start somewhere in the already paper part and then run it to end, so you don't shred your little points up. Okay, now with your arm open, you're going to take this on the long edge because this is where our corners are. So one sheet of 8.5 by 8.5 is going to make 2 of these projects. So now what you need to do is you need to score this at 4. So when you lay this up here, you're going to be like, okay, well, how do I know if that's on 4? We do have another line that's right here that you can line this up on. Line up your little point of that on the 4 and make sure you're straight on that line, and get our cutting tool out because we only want to score here. Line that point up on 4. Okay, there's 4, and I'm lined up on that line. I'm going to score on 4. And we're going to score on 8. So again, lining up on that line, we can definitely see where our 8 is. So let's make sure that's lined up. So again, we're going to do it on 4 and 8. Okay. So we have a piece that looks like this with a 4-inch and an 8-inch score there. I'm going to go ahead and do this one also, just so I can show you guys, because like I said, I want to show you 2 different versions of this, so you guys have options, and we all love options, right? Okay, move that over. Where's my line? There it is. Okay, there's that. So now we can put our paper trimmer away. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take on our scoring and we're going to fold that in and then fold the other side in. Just like that. Look, it made a really cute little envelope. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so you've got plenty of little options for this, and this is where I'm going to show you kind of a couple of different things that you can use this for. So let me get my bone folder out here. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to put some adhesive. So I'm just going to use my multi-purpose. You can use your Stampin' Seal, a tape runner, anything that you have. Okay, we're going to place that one down like so. And then our next little wing here. Isn't that cute? Okay, I'm going to give that a couple of seconds to adhere there. I'm going to go ahead and do this one while I am waiting for that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one also. Okay, so that one can be drying as the other one is being made. Okay, there's that. So we have both of our little envelopes here. So on this one here, what I'm going to share with you is I chose to use this for a hot chocolate pocket or envelope, hot chocolate envelope. So I would slide, well, let's get kind of the bulk out of here so it kind of lays a little bit flatter. There we go. Open my little envelope up here, slide that in, and look how cute that is. It fits a perfect little hot chocolate. Okay, then you can take, I got some of these little mini candy canes. Gotta figure out how this box opens up here. You can take a little mini candy cane. You can take a couple of those. Kind of straighten that out. You can tuck that in there also. But we're gonna fancy this up first before we add all that. But I just wanted to share with you what this one is. Okay, so I'm going to take my 9-inch strip here and I'm just going to hold this. So we see our center point is right here. I'm going to go a little bit past that center point and then I'm just going to wrap this. So I'm going to hold this down. I'm not doing any scoring. I'm just sealing it with my fingers. And then I'm going to wrap this around and bring this back in on itself like so. Okay, and then now I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on this little inside part. Okay, like so. Giving that a couple of seconds to make sure that adheres. Okay, I'm going to set that aside for just a second. We're going to go ahead and stamp on our little white circle or whatever shape you have as far as your nesting shapes. Okay, winter wishes. Okay. We're going to then adhere that right onto our cardstock circle, which I chose Pretty Peacock. Okay, and then this will now get attached right into the center there. Now you can either attach it with glue, you can attach it with some dimensionals, however you decide to attach it. If you want some of that pop-up, then use dimensionals. But since I didn't say that we're going to need dimensionals in this, I'm just going to adhere it down. Now, as you can see, this top portion up here is not going to get any glue because we don't want to close this so we can't stick anything in it. So we're only going to add adhesive to the bottom portion of this, or you could do it to the actual paper here. Just make sure you don't go too far. So for the purposes of making sure that I'm not going to go too far on that and not go up above this, I'm just going to do the bottom half of this and apply that right in the center there. Okay, now if you don't, or if you feel like your belly band is kind of moving around a little bit too much, you could always hold this down and put a little squish of glue up in there if you want to hold that in place. See how I'm just kind of putting a little bit of glue up there? Or you can always take one of your glue dots. If you have any mini glue dots, you can take this, and I'll actually show you on the back side. I would just take one of my mini glue dots and my take your pick tool, but since I didn't put these on things that you're going to need, I'm just showing you something a little bit extra, but typically you would just do it with glue. But then you can just take this, slide it right up in there, push that down, and voila. Because that belly band doesn't need to come off of our project. Okay, so there's our pocket. This will now fit our hot chocolate in there. And again, I like this paper because it's wintry, but it's not like Christmas. So you can have these out all winter long. And then what else I wanted to show you is you could actually take a little hole punch and punch a hole in this top little flap right here. And you can put some ribbon through that, and you can hang these on your tree. And then when people come over, if they want to have a cup of hot chocolate, they can take this off and have some chocolate. Or if you have like a little Christmas party and you have a lot of people come over, you could put like a little label on the back here that says to and from, and then they kind of have fun searching the tree for their actual hot chocolate package. So that's kind of fun as well. So let me show you the other version just really quick since you guys are here. On this one, so we've done the same exact thing as far as creating this little envelope, pocket, whatever you want to call it. But I'm now going to score this right across here for this little flap. So I'm just going to line up both of those corners right there in that little chamber, the cutting chamber, and just run a score line from that. So now that gives me the option to be able to close my little envelope, right? And you might want to go a little bit lower, actually. We want to get a little bit shorter on there because we actually want it to tuck. So there we go. So I'm going to go a little bit lower where that closes. Well, now if I could get that thing to fold, there we go. Okay, so if you had your little belly band on there, let me cut another piece of that just so I could share with you guys exactly how to create this. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 1/4 by 9. Now this is just another alternative. So when you guys take your photos, you guys can make either one of these, whichever works for your needs for what you are creating. Okay, so our little belly band, we would do the same exact thing. We would hold it on there, push that across. These just make cute little gifts that you can just have sitting around the house for when other people show up. Maybe, you know, somebody brings a friend and you need to have something just handy. These are kind of cool for that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue right here. Okay, I would have my little circle, and I know this color does not match this, but it's just what I have sitting here. So what I would do is, actually, let me see if this piece of pretty peacock, this scrap that I have just sitting here, is big enough for this. So if you ever run into the dilemma that your paper is not quite big enough to hold on to, grab a little sticky note and slide that in to your punch, and then it gives you something to hold on to for that little scrap. So you're not having to cut another big piece of paper for that. Okay, let me go ahead and stamp our sentiment again. Okay, I'm going to adhere this to my circle. So isn't this a cute little project? Isn't that just so adorable? Oh, I love it. And how easy was that? Easy peasy. That's my jam. Okay, so then again, we're going to do every step the same besides just putting that score mark on our little flap. So we're going to place this down again. So it just gives you two versions of the same little piece because like I said, you're going to make two of these little pockets out of one of your 8.5 by 8.5 pieces. Okay, so now you could take, I know this isn't a gift card, but you could take a gift card, slide your gift card down in there with a little note, and then you can take your little pocket, your little flap, and you can tuck that behind there. So again, it makes a super cute little envelope for your recipient. Write your to and from on the back. Adhere your little belly band. It's not going anywhere. And again, you can set these around so people can like put them in a little thing. You can have their names on the back. They can flip through them and decide, you know, see which one is theirs. So definitely these can be used for birthday. I just chose a winter theme since we are in winter, but these are great for birthdays, for any kind of occasion. The little hot chocolate I just thought was really cute. Again, you could hang that on your Christmas tree and have the grands or anything like that come over and find their name on the back. Super, super cute. Or you could do the little fold down pocket by just scoring that top flap. Flip that down. Everything else is the same, and you can put a little gift card in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I can't wait to see what you guys create with this, whether you make a little hot cocoa packet or apple cider you could add to that. You could add so much to these things and really make them super cute. Or if you decide to make the gift card. Either way, you're going to get entered into the drawing as long as you make one of the two using the layouts that I have showed you here. Because like I said, you're going to be making two of them. So maybe you just want to make one of each. That's kind of cool as well. All right, you guys, thanks for coming in here and thanks for participating in the December mystery stamping. Can't wait to see what you guys make, and I will do the drawing on Wednesday, the 18th. All right, so give me about 20-30 minutes so I can get photos taken of these and I can get this video downloaded, and then so I can have that in there for you guys to be able to add your photos in the comments. Thank you. I see all your hearts and your little likes and all that. Thank you guys so much. All right, have a great rest of your week. I will see you guys back here soon. All right, bye-bye.